Well, Yasaba, the moon, I must say, try come on as well as you know, couldn't prepare PJM. I'm sure, say, baby, I should be a white crowd. Your cost of that was to say what you bring. Now, main cost on chia, me croom, I have for Minister George Boachi, Minister Machi, and then Mabunu Suno Moye forum be. In fact, I was supposed to be there. Now, my family supporting you, Mamo. I am supporting you fully. I did be in Puntu Beba for Beatitude Kenya, say 1 and 2. No, I fully support and medical animal edim community born in Alice Kupini one of Kenya we are part of this great forum and then Mejiri say ebeto to adwene ebema yetimi etumpon yi na ahafo etimi agina ne naso yi pa enti de maka bibia da mekai mo mo me nwuna ahafo ho na ahafo de bia da enye kra behwe nka kasamafo ni bi na mepe ono fo yiba mo fa nkyerem ze along the line, I'll bring it back. Na who say energy media say shas ye dia e be shas ye eni due ya. Charles also akwaba and chairman of the strategic office so akwaba.
Yeah.
Charles.
Come on.
You know, the emia say share buy into what could be you enya. Say na brown half. The chairman the emia no know.
I paper na team. But that's what said it yeah.
That's what said it yeah.
Brown and half no me just paper.
So about we need go man brief people no be the brown half.
The minimum say yeah but never back up.
Okay.
Wo hwe kra o man ye ka se o man back.
Okay.
Na enchichemu no so ehu hia.
Okay.
Say be yam puntu betime den. Aba.
Okay.
Enti ye koso ada so ye bono ne na hafo.
All right.
Me hia me hu se me hu menua.
All right.
Nchichemu ntimi man sesa.
Na no matter say in crowds almost hine na wi na say.
Nanan guso. On say in crowds asase e otum for dia.
Okay.
Tu mi ni na ye otekokoso. Ne dia. Ti ona akonwa no en asase ni na ne dia.
Okay.
Emeripa mu no se nana e de ohine man crowds amaya ye besom no.
Okay.
Menim say na nsen nananom ko ho ma na kasa bi ko so. Saa netie ade bia ye ahenie bia na kasa kakra timi den aba ho na ahema no pa emechia no kwanza ma ahema ene kwanza ahemfo mpanifo nyina tituru ne kwanza nofo ze kwanza na ye obako but ene no krata be chie mu
ye free ni na sefo
ama ye capital ye busuya
okay busuya okay
na me free domi abra
okay
ho na ye yakonwa ye den ewo free domi abra hemfi nti kwabra me ye de hye
okay
kase me di akonwa kram timi di ma na na oja am so me mutete a ne ye kwakodi hine ne ye kodi hine so mo ye campaign so mo ba ye ho Enti aya munya botire amanyofo yi nya botire na ye no bi unim me ba bia me papa fie
yeah
akonya ho me ma me fie akonya ho
good
but on say kanfo ye ni ajade
enade na
nti enade na ye di nti me papa fie de mtimi ni ohene but me na fie de mtimi di na ye ho na honorable Derek Oduro
okay
no ye MP no
Major Derek Oduro
Major Derek Oduro da so da wakan me che obi bia eniema enshada nye kama sa kwabran titru pa ne ye ho na se kuya na ye nti cashew dodo yina no upe bia obi hu bi opa apart from that bro no ne banche no ayi nti kuafo dodo e wo ho no ehia say ebetima so masen I'm happy say you building all these warehouses ahodo say be ya eduaba na ba ense na aban betima den atoto then so yakwan ya ade a eda makoma so pa say ebetima aboma such a small constituency no and our district no ebetima aboma akwan ya ebetima faso no ya ye ni yi nti nyame ni madidi yi betin kwami nko ade ya seda.
Besides that, Ghana to say,
Cobra Ghana, dear, a German in so, and will be your hair so. You did can chaff for, and then one so I would cheer. Na yan to say, Baku for some kata, in Yamini, and I'm penny for say Baku for some chili down for. To my between pong may be ye, na a back in my fan to my pay for us. If you my ya, you don't chap one. I just say, yan Cassasso, you get to me say. Ye wo yansu ye chefa wo ma ese ye na ban so ye na famudia ye felice ese ye ya famudia ye ntumi enhya aban keten
onya na famudia
aba ye na famudia enti wo bi adwumadi a wodi bia ka ho bi na o man na den e ko nanim na nse obehwa yare bia ba Ghana sisi a ekum nipa chen corona na nso so ye nhya da ma na that attention e dia ma corona no accident o man accident kum nipa chain bibi ya o man car ba ko etofama nipa be 10 15 now so we had the whole Ghana kwana nipa be 15 ntimi go this a day throughout I mean our hospitals but accident ba ko timi claim nipa be 60 70 enkwa me gye di say emre duru say ye nyina ye begya to mu say koka fa MPP NDC sem ho no dose dodo na mama yanwi oman ho kane na amanyuko ti oman mu no oman ti amanyuko mu oman mu nipa na join amanyuko nti the Ghana bo a amanyuko bi ambo ba me ti we say NDC gu and MPP gu a I mean who cares the Ghana is still Ghana or any other party bi gu a Ghana but the kasa Ghana no corona bo a party bi ne ho benya ba bi eden agina nanso ye ni suade a ye ni hu nyina ne say ye nya amanyosem na amanyosem ti gisi ye se obi am say ye ba bi agina nti ye keka ye ho titi ye ho ti amade ye sese ye ho ade pa oman ma se de ni so no ye gya to nchen na de be say hwan e kokan we na hwan na nka we na wo ye de be ni no free kro be nso na ofri amanyoko be mu ene ye de gyaje nkofo and that is why 64 years down the line kobra Kumasi ni Accra still you can say one lane enye dual carriage ebe he kra owura ko forward roma odom yen e na odi sani so odi hu no ba se no emre duru se yakwan timpon kese nyina no e na makwanhia dodo esi so ntino na wo behwe dodo na ye ka eta ehiem se etimi yakwan ni ye na ebi fa ha e wum sa kwanhia de e santi e de ye ebi beba nanso ebetimi minimize nanso besi enne baby odi enkodu ye a eya apedwa eye fa baako ene de ye bedu adwoso kakra ye ene de ye no we can say nkoko bypass ene nsawam de tie anatie nti oman no niama ka chi ama ye ese ye dwen Ghana ho na oman ye yi a omanfo na ye tima ye oman ba no irrespective of political party awobiano
I see. For daily graphic even.
No, Mamma can we region some kakra.
For region.
Bronga Hafu happens to be a political region.
Bronga
Yes. Was created or was carved by Kwame Nkrumah. Now it was because of Domo, Martin Mahone, CPP. You know, Nkrumah's background comes from Wenji. His background comes from Wenji. Wufi Wenji wakata takwan swahim. Azana will move ako as the Nglofo.
That's in Nkrumah.
Yes. Now, I've read the history very well there. As far as 18-something, Guavonu, the Ashanti Empire, Okwa Bongutu. The Ashanti Kingdom is a very mighty kingdom. But you see, because they are smaller tribes, minority tribes, and I will call them minority tribes because a Kamunya Boma, our population also, Kenya, look at her, Jamai, they are all under the Ashanti Kingdom. And see, on Yataba, and the government go over there to play some games. No, what it's so broke half. But water has found its own level. The yes, Abraham on that. This current government, the areas now have their own identity. Everyone was as in Tina. And then all got there as the Nukrumo or my hidden. He was trying to play some games with Asante. But Cherry there.
There's power.
There's power. We accept the British monarch and other monarchs of Europe. Now, so we don't respect our traditional monarchs.
Sure.
But yes, fanciful worker was also Equobia Posuban Onyim no Yukro. And see, the land belongs to the Asante. He fought for it. Blood was shed. Because those days we clamor for lands. And see, me division in Munkoha, Osmisi division in Munkoha. And it has created that kingdom. Makai 1977, Quincy Berma, he was fighting against the Ashanti Nano Pogwari. Nano Pogwari is in New York, Cabane, and Unity Patasi Estate. Nasa Nasu Okwanisa Manji. Naye Kishawane tried the EBT. How the Ashanti Adansi war came about. And in your Akimo Dan, Achim Seduna, why are dances? Now we have tribes within the area having their identity, but still under the Ashanti Confederacy. And that's the beauty of it. That's the beauty of the whole thing.
My only concern and worry is the chieftaincy institution, very revered one, as I grew. But and then what has paved way for a reasonable percentage, that cloud
look at currently, if you read the newspapers, traditional council force there will maintain them MCE. A traditional council or mine is on them MCE. I mean, that is why the constitution came to the issue of traditional councils or chiefs involving themselves in politics. It doesn't speak well. Okay, baby, Navy, you have your own enemies within your traditional area. The no want some can during campaigns. Oh, I would be about to amo. I work with the dada. I would never boy and the minty. You about to amo. Navy, you have descent in your own traditional area. Abandamina, the clouds surrounding the chieftaincy. Na KBB. But the optimum only the Asante himself. Oh, on his boy. I have watched it once. When he's on his palanquin. No rubber. No on mine. I'm not saying this to displease others.
But that's the fact.
But the fact is that when the man is coming, there are more than 3,000 people. Or your tomb papa. Mose entering show. Ahunya or the shisha ho. Keteu, Abazo, Fonton from Asrafo, and other soldiers. The style, the movement. Rather.
Okay, Chairman Medasi, but
the Chairman can get to be. Yatu amamre ni amane atogo. Gradually, nananom sani manuchugo. Se the fapimna yedi akonya si hono. Yatu chnia. Yebema akonya no ho atochima. That is why who say chieftaincy So kind apart from say take a course in nasi firm. Now okase say ya obi ntimi nka ho fie. Wo hwe ye omanmu a chieftaincy di nsem bebre abrahin. The obetia nipe ehwe omko nyina eye nokuredie anyone nokuredie no ye de ben aye amamre di amane hwe unse efre bibia akonya tuntum akonya bre akonya bia ni obi atran so da aye se wo kwatena akonya so nya akonya nan kasa da ho no kasa akonya nan kasa ne de ye ntena so so odi ase but akonya no before amena na de mena naka kire me before ye be kasa ya bo akonya wo fie bi no ye nya ete ya ade hye se bi ba mintim kan radio so afidie so na this year no you bibi ayeye na konwa tena obi fie entina wo hwe a nya obi ya ni okuru ma otimi di akonwa ne biye den ama ne yeyi say eto sa history ne amamre ne amane ne totwene pe ne yakofo obi because of ne sika ne influence ne ma o man akonwa betena so a ene de basabasa eba ene twi mpuntu so den ekwa because akonwa bia yesunsum me the first time who yakonya ofie hot myself
akonya de
na we are there
ye twa moja gusu
ntina me ku ohun tokwa ne huna nyina this is we ohun za no on de kuta kuro nyina amamre ne amane wo hoyi ye nto ntwene Tembia be ya mamre ne amane ya shinchen akofo obi di aba be bata ye ho bia no ade ohaw ne amane de eba wo hwe me mo any tribe bia din but both the north, the south and everywhere even in Kranha way what is about sabasa yesi bia na ye akonya ho asem ade bentia because ya to amamre ne amane de ato atwene.
Okay, so madam was just two major issues because of time. Yebeko galamsey issues, that's very key. Maybe I buy it to and now. But Chairman, I don't take boy as you grew, where from these things? Child beggars invade Accra.
Is it in the 60s, the late 60s? Because Magadane Menuefi. In the late 60s, 70s, 80s, there were no beggars in Accra. Beggars have been your one no your old Adi old Mokola. Now there was a mosque. A revered mosque. That is why initially the Islamic community had a problem with Fly Left and Jerry Rollins. Okobubu, the mosque. Mande Wabe Mokola Rollins Park. Then there was a mosque there. Only one main central mosque. And then Rollins if you Mowusi Mowabozukai. Now I want to be one or two people. They don't look even as beggars. Because Makai there, yeah, in can Islamic leader Peyin Kuwafani Sheikh Amante. He makes sure there the beggars who go we feed one tarpa. And he was very popular in Accra, Sheikh Amate. Now, if you the refugees shall see the water Bangana, especially from Sudan, Chad, Niger, the Mazi P. As our friend there, she has what a for car home, car queen. No, see. As what I know what Chichin was a couple. No way was a good robber.
Penny the penny.
No, penny the penny, a friend, Enufu, for.
Yeah.
And the honor what Chichin, no what time. And the government shall sit over here. You see, that is our weakness. They will always welcome Akwaba, embrace people. But then it turns out to be negative. Ama yanga sapo yamba nazina. There's no town or village in this country, peri-urban town bia, and then big town bia or Ghana ha. In yamba fama, when you look as po was you got them. And see, it was an alien. No, foreigners, but the major one was as a result of the Nigerian expulsion, where Ghanaians were was happening in Nigeria. Oh, on my driving, send me a Kenya, Mokusion one, Nanda Bakahoya, Wokupuyan Kofo. In Nigeria, there are a lot of beggars. That's what I learned. A lot of beggars in Nigeria. And it has also become part of our tradition, or part of our norms. The on your bond will be all orchestra. And it started from 1983 on gravel. Now started all build up. Then the Wabe Monty. But look at it. A lot of these beggars, these kids, Mama Minutra street in Ninja, pavement to no, no was small woman farmer. Especially these Chaldeans and Nigerians. Look at their children, very beautiful. Now, so you can't touch them. Then they bring them to your Okano. Sometimes they are very violent. What was in support was a ball. Why fish? With side screening. There by force of them was car. And some of them too. My suspicion in there. What ba wo car ma wo pede wo hwe wo car no. But you see, when you go to the Eastern Bloc, those days when they were on a communist rule, some of them, no, was SRD work, and they were agents. Even in America today, when you go, boom, abafaba tanka, no, I do bukita, or agent, either for the drug lords or for the security agencies. And see, I am maybe someone there, na obi ike yiska or bank na wa to nitura. Then who gave that information? Like this Takwadi case, for instance. Okay, it's a developing area. Baby, I was in Cheskan, a developing area. No one was better was in one or once waking in Moscow. And Jana Obi trailing now. This is what we need to find out. All is not well with us. And in the event of extremists, Woba or Meima, these are the call points. Will mobilize one against us. And the gender, Ministry for Gender and something social welfare, in the national security, they should be on the lookout. Nigeria for support was about how many 6,000 Nigerians was about
9 suspected jailbreakers.
No, what a vote no do. Look, and we just read it.
We do.
Ye kankanevi ya kwakada. Nigerian prisoners was 1,000 something. 9 watching one, and they came to Ghana on the Water Lake. They came to Ghana on Water Lake. A certain BBC the Immigration Service. It tells you how porous our borders are. Now, Water River from the northern, or enter into the Water Lake, the Oti River enters into the Water Lake. And see from which part? This is where we need to be informed. We need to be briefed. The monk coffee will find him, no will pay him. Because in our communities now it's in Pun. Say ibinum batra here area. We don't even find out there the monk coffee will feed him. So at the end of the day, you might not know whether they are armed robbers. They are using at the residential area as a stage point. Nobody go you and go for one yama. In fact, we have a lot to do. We have a lot, and not the government, but Ghanaians, we all should contribute our quota. Or the boy, Aquabruchi, ne old lady Biti, ni Tokrano, not for phone, Tiana, someone. He or she is informing the police that this is what is happening in this area. If you were in the Kamapocha, Britain, for instance, they mean. What was second? They be a black sea war one of second. I watch. No was I'm a police fool. And see, it is easy for the police to get that person. But you're gonna know yesterday Akwaba and see.
Yeah, baby, be Akwaba.
Bibi Akwaba.
Charles,
come on. National security issue, but you bet me are not quite easy. Cry. When him, these beggars, baby, on will be a traffic light as it. Until whom. Sabi on mountain na uhuomo omo wa street so and mostly traffic lights because traffic light no musa cars na ba na den na omo begina and so can be crowd dem so boka no asim say nyawo de neka as I say security agencies no emo omo hom ne so on say ye de emra na hihire woman na a free trust him na eba ntina working kind trust him Abraham Moses is Israel for Kono. When you made him ransom do it, account. Maybe he felt say, Uja was some qua, Ubia by the end. Even with them law no crano. Moses is called by Aban or by now or my who near them. And we need to enforce the laws. Say, ye cree, Sabio, baby, it's in jail. Okokrum, say, President the cry, Garibuda. I'm going Garibuda to be our stress idea. And the president and cross stress idea. Into a moment, says idea, no, and Feniagro. wo don saka obi a wo stress ade wo ni je wo ko je sabi o na wo koto aduane kra na so wan hohoro nsa nso akodi a wo de aduane besi a ba ko hohoro nsa ba na aduane so obi odi ono de ne wo fa ko nti wo bo so obi di line so a na wo hye ne nsa dada to oji wo aduane na ko didi because de se Ghana de normally you ko toba wo de aduane si wan sa offense yo hohoro nsa woni ba won so afa aduane ko na and start kakra na kodu bebi adru ya yehwe han ene yeyi ani ana ekoso ya nhwe ni yi afa de ombeko office to office house to house mo ba stress niema enti se sia na say ye sign signal bi kire om say yes so we Ghana ni ba ana onye Ghana ni ba emre wo kru mu ni say ye makwan ma ye nsrasra de e wo kwan ho kwabra ka betima bo bi kura ku no assuming say wo nam na wo ka kokun obi sa emra ne ubedi so ko nipa mi wan be nipa no gina na nkasa so emra ma ho kwan say nipa no gina ho so ti ase because the carbon nipa wa omo ma me kan cho say no ye obi o stress ade na o de carbon no the American church wo de car we de e ko nipa et say obi a ngofo na mo cross highway no footbridge or no so on fa footbridge so highway so ye nya any zebra crossing ho say we ma cross na o cross 3 lane to the other side. Se wo hu no na se nyame mfasa ma san bi kusan wo na do car bona emra ne wo be den ebedi mi wo anso na highway ya provide footbridge den wo ho
you dey na high
nti mindset because you see emra na wo ho but ye mfa mra ne nya adwuma ye mra ye adwuma pa ne se aban wo so na aban ko na ye kwache previous government officials na opposition party na ka che mo se mo nya ade na mo so mo ka se mo so mo ba mo so ma nya ade na ye ka no sa na afia ba na afiko na mfie na ya ba na ya so ko fie that's the only thing happen in Ghana because other than that the emre wo kru you na say see amfa kwa pimpolo ankotuma na ka nipa bebre din say wo twa sabi nude pictures be to abontia emra na odi anamboa ba na mra wo ko you na sabi ye nua ma no ade a eninti omo ye som mo no bibi nti a ye som ye worship mo se ye yerenom ye maamenom no afedi ayet selwa ye de to abonten se obi ya mehwe bi kwa nti until we begin to apply emra na wo kuro we mu no mani pa be hu se sa ne be wo ha wo ya amra tia e be koso anya this lawlessness eden e koso kuro nti no I would say security for thank God enye people bi na the graphic na dia ba like say a matter of concern I how be arguing yen se so mo free kwan no ho na ye ma police for traffic light ase the police for start say ye pam mo free traffic light ase a omunya ba bi anyina mo be decide juma dia kwabra omudi
okay so
enyima the man this child beggars makede Tama Sudanese refugees those from Darfur now Wobogua and Wogogu Holy Spirit Cathedral no go pee outside that's how it started now when your own agents are strategically one godfathers who one year nti wo ka pe area oya di emu ye dawo kakra re won de casa papa na ozu we ko
no oni ko ra de ya onu se ma me ni papa fo no one thing I realize is nkwa na ko ji se aduane ya hu omo ji branwa omo ji koma papa ne ameni di wi eye okay answer awa kola na ko be bi eden aba bi di nti chapter na kola na ba wo so no no my aggressive
Charles Mwe Galamsey very quick. Galamsey fine, no one will be spared. If he's a minister or follow the normal casa, previous administration, the ministers now, Wanaka, Badwam Mpensenpensenmu. Issues about no one will be spared, no one will be spared. Charles.
We need to come around. The kind of mention Honorable Abujinabo, Samuel, Minister Yamana Kwaba. The message say, "My muina na we hear pabo." Tinka mo form pa yamano. Na Christo for some kom kuto jeni enfamano. If it's a corner or mine con, and yen con. Say, quiet a bujina pokua or be fairly, but a quiet or mine con or be dinkunim. Because I dear, I come as a how be say, ubi say, all pay from a good in all the sense as I the money. Dear Aquaquenza Comra 24 said the Supani Kunya, yet a snip benyan for. You won't go for na me deso kan sem bi o se ne pen so de o ma se aban se obegu mining no one a small scale mining licenses no on behwe amoma yiri yi na emum one a won kuta krata om de adwuma no e na yebetu om so sa de yehu o mining hu se kwabra ye de asase o man ya che yegudie na nso so amanone for na efa no free I have Kenya say okay de na nimon for you emfuture okro yi ade be mpa na sabi ahafo anya free Newmont company as a foreign company nti eya diama ekopa suyan say wo hwe se enkofo ti ho na ya be hyekyere wo nsa gu machi na ye fo majapade den akọ no so onim say yesika they will do it but ni na say ye be ma won so ye Ghana for so ma acquire these leases that won ye adwuma no ye be bom hu ban mo matimi ye adwuma yi na ma obi so pese ye adwuma ne bia watimi ne o makoye adwuma den amana yi other than that no ye kan nyina bom ne ye tu obi asosa ebe ma sabi ye hu ba bia de poma beden ebisi na no ye forum ya ye kan ya ma me kwadon kọ kan sem bi mentie ni nyina oba enam se ne de no amanfo hye ntimi nya bi tie wo se ye te ha ne ye kan gold asem dipa om ye gold nso om te om krom ye to so mienu akasa ye kan hanakọ om nte o hu se de om ye papa na se ye bone nti ye be wie no de otu go no nte brofo no nti asema ko kan wa no won nte ase. But I have that as I mean, we problem with that. They say, "Oh my, you can't cook as MBI for Accra. Accra could be any cocoa so." It's about the Western region, Ashanti, and Brown Half region. But baby, I didn't know no so in Kakamasem. How many forums in the area for cocoa? What is a cocoa farm as well, Mokasa? How many?
That's true.
Mining forums are here one. We have to invite the people, whether legal or illegal. No, Momra Boma Tremadrin. A dear Necoso, dear near, a bit my idea boom. Ama Jumedia Mudino, who be dinny ye, na uncle for how wedding, and family. Cobrano Crania meaning, who had the incense you are. And Yasam Cato. Now, the dear make us already a wood napo, a young by one said, Mimi to Juma made do a mining home. None so, your person you go and you must say, because the moment you fight them, they will fight you. You better for comfort for be so. Actually, last time they are too tiso. I go who fear. Who you are no? You because Ghana don't say you can't crucify Obian say beside no answer. Because we radio for journalists way. Oh Charles, yes why I say you now we are not saying. Me one the Okan and the Obisan say what evidence are all the kind of way. They don't do that. No evidence they here, but you can't say at all. So now you are not saying. But he who alleges must prove it. And asem no a fema djuma enye pepa djuma dabi anya brofo ay practical that no uncle lo take asem bi obi livelihood mining wo hwe yen crop tetefo ya wo ko akwatia wo ko awaso wo ko oboase wo ko ayamfuro area ho ammo ko ye kabran development bene wo nanso sikana kase ni nyina na kodi nkofo nchen na kuranyam yanim wona otinsuo so wona woye na forest wona woye na asal reserve aye illegal nyina no awo ye foreigners nyina no Ghana fo na di onim di omkoye because obi eni hobiti mefiri ni kurom afa excavator si machine so akwa gina koye mu akwa kotu fama gudi a Ghana ni bad enka ho nti me de mesre and I'm happy with the approach minister Defa or the abotre kwans because they see the yaya no media metima kakakra na New Samuels me so no ye minister omo pencil ba aba bedru owura amewuso owura asmache me ba ye the one approach entum ni kangu nkofo so na yencheche wo mo na yenhyehe machine yenji machine mra and solve problem no enti ehu behia se ye besesan yensa na ya kwan be fa so ebetimi ni enipa no ato adinkita ho na wona won krata o ye adwuma because cobra minim nkofo bi o ye adwuma I will mention their company's name. I also may woman say lease ni bia or years duration obo an lease 10 years e be there 12 years e be there 15 years 10 years na so oye mining na den e di wie obeje krata ko wie na nkofo so say da bi obeje krata ba de na man ye fane nkoye mining no o se mempene na ye de tumi bi den akowuram na KKK nti eba no sa was okay ene me ntwitwa nsase ne mankofo eden enye ne ntentem se ya me moka nti if we protect those who have documents on the adwuma ye betimi akon tia because see forest the wall man mu ana o man na say o map we na we know where our forest are ye nim nkofo ya mom papers if we are able to protect those ya mom papers na ye be san monitor o madwuma mo ye because American kwabra ye task force obi ene ko ni mot ko he obi ene ko angry good ko he obi ene ko ashanti gold ko he obi ene ko ada company chair no ko he but the ya no say Ghana for mrante na o ma sori a o mo so madwuma no o mo na etu o mo so sa say ye no sa de a enye yi but so the minister kan no ye protect o mo no ye mo ma ye responsible mining then na ko force so o mo ma dwen say o mo de ye nsase ene ye nsuo ene ya kwaye a o mbese no kwabra ye timeti o mo so sa okay one instant man ka bi nchiro one instant but the 3 dogs ene 11 military police men ekoda ewurom 3 a.m. the fight against galamsey no enye ba ko fokum
well medasi MC brain mama chairman akasa because can be person
oh medical cry in there ma share cartoon bi wo daily guide na nyum bi wo o say land of our birth we pledge to thee all our something baba land of our birth we pledge to thee our toil and something me if you mean but and you mean but yeah there CPP you our love and toil in the years to be when we are grown and take our place as men then we may with our race this and you mean but yeah and you mean should have been part of our civic education to imbibe nationalism into us. But then at that point, okay, there's CPP as against Domo. Yet in Dama, hurricane, no manifestation on in the 2020 elections. I may here galamsey here too. Nefiso wonso one charged to oversee the eradication of galamsey who were involved themselves in the galamsey. And the president then find himself in between the deep blue sea and the devil. Which one? A crucify won't go for Sisia, but won't go for crucify one. Even Bakado, I had when it gets to election time, it will be used against you. And you know, my president in his State of the Nation address, you know, say, let us all speak to it. And out of it, what about this meeting or a consortium? They're discussing how we can eradicate the illegal galamsey, how we can manage the small-scale mining in the country. And see, I made Samuel Abuji Napo, Menyin Akwa Radio when the MPP was in opposition. The zeal, the vigor, I also can answer man. I hope that will translate into the ministry I was a man. Because there's a difference between being a deputy chief of staff. You don't interface with the people. Now you have been given a platform. And I'm sure the president of Share knows the position man because he knows what this young man can do. And it's now up to him. Can he make history? Can he manage it, meander his way through to ensure that at least Henry Versinia is back to normal? Because what is happening with Ghana water a copa ball to sustain water supply. Treatment of water. It is 5-6 times the normal as the what they treat you. And it's all as a result of the galamsey. And yeah, politicians who know you can galamsey as someone you have to boy Benny against you have to boy is against it. Yeah, as we are involved. And the Obo we know waka share or man nichi where in painful about Oga John there one maya ya you two about. I just had to win.
Okay, so that's it. Minister Abu Jinapo, correct? Or John?
Yeah, somewhat Abu Jinapo.
Abu Jinapo. Another than I shared your opinion. No?
Yeah.
One of our biggest challenges is baby that Nipa ya target is any obedient common. Your Frank as headquarters. We leave those people out. The obedient common all the paperwork say wa. You have off grounds so they say the cow hanging on. It's a different thing.
I've said this several times on your platforms.
Yeah, so I think
they should on work or central and western, but on your visitation. Visitation. What they need to do is to assemble all the galamseers, whether you are illegal or you are legal, meet them at a forum. If one bar move to the districts in region you can divide the region into 4.
You have to move.
And then they can come out. They will tell you their needs and wants.
And the minister too should not also, the minister should also talk as if only records of party from we are illegal. The minister has it. No, some of these things, they know. So these blunt, and then I buy a problem. They know. Chairman, they know. They know. Now, it's not only the no new minister. Only, this is a blanket warning, but I'm saying they expect that Kwabena Santin and Kobash Messi and Obinti. They're model. When they say we will continue to give general warning and because my call was a crop on. They know. There are a lot of MPP and DC journalists. The names and evidence are there.
Was a crop on the villages.
Yeah, on spare obia. Nti me pese ye nyina no
se. Spare obia na sanitation minister no akọ ansirahwe ho a issue na jin.
Nso nya
spare obia. Ye be koso aka ye spare obia sa. De bia sa.
Unim se Kwabena. Galamsey ne ko no ho.
Ebret here because minister ko trust ebret here.
Yeah, discuss it say they are different no, but say yeah tackle on the ground a different.
Yeah, okay.
On say me na makasa mehia no. You only do I can affidie so.
All right.
Because he needs our help. Oh, he na yen na yamboa. Say yamwana a bed in so
Evelyn Adaiboachi see you. Is it Dev's Fashion Academy? Oswen say and they were happy birthday.
Kwabena na also na wa woda.
No.
Oh,